So how I got involved with drag was kind of the usual. I actually started watching before even Drag Race. I started watching Willem on YouTube because I'm such a hateful person and I love other hateful people. And I found out that she was on Drag Race. I think it was the summer before season 6.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever year that was, I don't know. And I started watching Drag Race, started on season 4, got hooked, went 5, 6, then started like going backwards and all that kind of stuff. But I loved it, I watched it, and I was like obsessed. But I was really like anti doing drag. I was like, no, that's so typical of a gay guy to do, blah, 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 all that bollocks. And then I was like, I think it was like internalized, like I knew I wanted to do it, and I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And then Bonnie, because me and Bonnie know each other for like 10 years, and Bonnie started doing it, and I started going to her gigs, and I was like, God, she's awful, I can do such a better job than her. And then kind of just started from there. I started doing bedroom drag for a while, just as everyone else was studying for their leaving cert in school. I was trying to cut a cheek and smoke out an eye and all that kind of stuff. And then the summer after I left school, I had my first gig at Devine show on a Thursday.
Perfect. And how did you come up with the name then?
My name, a lot of people ask because it's not a name. It's like it's barely even a thing. I'd like to have like a really artistic kind of thing for it and be like, my artistic answer is, oh well, like the roots are like the most deepest, rawest part of you, and drag is the most deepest part of me. But really what it actually is I used to have really god awful like long bleach blonde hair, and I had these really thick black roots, and my friends used to slag me and call me Roots. And then when I started drag, I was like, oh, I don't know what to call myself. And then one of my friends joked me, was like, why don't you say Roots? And I was like, I actually kind of like that. It's kind of edgy and and that's just how it came about. So it's nothing artistic or anything. It's just my friends being arseholes.
Well, I'll be perfectly honest. When I seen a list of the girls that were in for the Devine Apprentice, I seen this name Roots Queen. And I was like, oh, I like that. Who is that? So it drew me immediately to you.
Yeah, I think it definitely stands out of other people, like out of everyone else. It's I like it. Some people like it, some people don't, but I mean, I like it.
It's you, and it's edgy, yeah. So, what would be your favourite thing about your drag and your character? What would people that don't know you maybe want to know?
I think the best way I think of my character or persona or whatever you want to call it is Roots is quite anti-glamour in a way. Like, obviously, like how I see glamour is like blonde hair, and you have the queens that have like, so like what's the best way to put, like just pageant queens, kind of pageantry. Do you get me? But Roots, I think, is quite a twisted, dark take on that. She's quite sultry and
depressed.
Very. She's like an emo teenager's wet dream in a way. Like she's like the Snow White of the princesses. She's pale and she has the black hair and she's a bit striking looking, but I'm actually quite a nice person.
Yeah.
And then performance wise, I don't think there's any other way to say it other than high energy. I literally just spaz about on the stage and bounce from one end to the other. That's basically it.
That's what you took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say, how's your stage work?
It's I kind of get on stage. I have like, I'm really OCD about it. Like, I think I'm kind of coming to terms now that I'm like, right, I'll just get on stage and like I've done it enough now that I'll kind of I have a general idea what to do. But like at the start, I was like, I need to choreograph every second of this. Like I always like halfway through performance, I would feel sick and I'd be like, this is the worst experience of my life and I don't know why I won't keep doing this to myself. But I'm quite high energy and whatever happens. I spaz out and people call it dancing, I suppose.
Okay.
That's it.
And well, this is a question actually. How do you find the expense of drag? How do you keep up with it?
Oh God, just barely. I'm really in and out of drag. I'm like so bad at money, so bad at money. So like I'll see a dress and like I have like an expensive eye, and like I'll go through a whole website of stuff and find the one thing that costs 500 quid, and I'll be like, do you know what? I won't get lunch for like 2 weeks, and that'll make up for the like. I come up with these little ideal situations in my head, and I'm like, I can afford that.
That is me all over.
Yes, yeah, and my mother and just anyone close to me gives out, even the girls I work with give out shit because they're like, do you get paid? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, do you have any money left? I'm like, no. And then just taxis to and from gigs because I like to think I'm a diva, and I'm like, I don't walk anywhere. So yeah, it's quite expensive, but you know, it's worth it.
It is.
You get back what you put in, as they say.
This is it. And how have you found getting your foot in the door down on the scene in Dublin?
I'm quite happy with everything so far. I thought how I got my first gig was I went to one of Bonnie's shows, and Devine just so happened to be there out of drag, and they were like, oh, you should go up and talk to her, and I was literally petrified. Like, I was like, okay, I need to do shots, because I always had like this idea that I would go up and the queens would be horrible, and they'd be like, who do you think you are? This, that, and the other. So like, because like I wasn't on the scene. I find a lot of queens that start drag already are on the scene, and the other queens know them, and like they get to know everyone, and then they're like, by the way, I want to do drag. But I literally, like, no one knew who I was. Some people probably still don't even know who I am. And I was like petrified, and I thought she'd like shoot me down, and she was just like, yeah, send me a message on Facebook. And I done my first gig, didn't do another gig for like 3 months or something like that, because I thought that like I don't want to be annoying, and I don't want to keep asking and asking. And then I done another one ages later, and then once I done the Devine Apprentice, once I started at that, I kind of started to try and get more regular ones, and then I realized it's not actually a good idea to like have like 3 months in between performances. So I would just like ask and ask and ask, and then I'm quite happy with where I am at the moment. I think that I'm like to think getting quite regular gigs. I at least have 1 to 2 things a week in or out of like established clubs and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm really happy with how I've gotten on so far with getting in the door and
you're
establishing
once or twice a week even is just, you know, more than anybody would be more than happy with that.
Yeah, delighted.
And so you said about the Devine Apprentice. How far, if for anybody who doesn't really follow or know much about the Apprentice, how far did you go and how hard was it for you?
I came second. I
well done.
Lost, I suppose. Thank you. I lost to Aurora, but I said going in, I wanted to get to the final. I wanted to have I wanted to go all the way. I didn't want to get sent home, and I wanted to get the full experience. So I literally said to all the girls and the other 3 contestants in the final, I was like, I'm happy where I am. I was like, I had a goal to get to the final, to get the whole way through and do it every week. And just coming second was, I wasn't bitter. I was very happy. I'm delighted. Me and Aurora are very good friends, and very good friends with most, if not all, of the girls that I worked with. And the experience was not like the one thing that other queens told me that done it. They were like, listen, just have fun. Don't get bogged down. Don't get stressed. And I made sure to do exactly that. I made sure to just, it is what it is at the end of the day. And if I got to the next week, I got to the next week. If I didn't, I didn't. And I just so happened to get to all the weeks. But it was a very fun experience. It's something I'll always remember. And I got a lot of good friends from it and got a lot of good experiences. So
exactly, happy. And it keeps you just in the eye of everybody. That's just yeah. And
exactly.
So okay, a bit of fun now. On a lighter note, what would be your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show. What was my favorite TV show? I'm just after finishing watching 13 Reasons. I was on that bandwagon.
Oh, I tried to watch that, but then I sort of went off it about the 3rd episode. I was just like, I'm just not getting this.
It's very that. I kind of like a bit of anything. Like basically all of the staple things that people are like, you should watch this. I tend to watch them and just get obsessed. So I'm quite basic with my TV. Obviously stuff like Drag Race, and I just like kind of lighthearted stuff. I don't want anything too serious. stuff like that.
No politics.
Just no God, no. I'm far too stupid for that. Are you crazy? No.
Okay. So if someone was to say to you, Roots, you have to describe yourself in 3 words, what would you tell people?
My 3 words would probably be, oh God, I'd have to say dark, because I just live in black, even the hair.
Uh-huh.
My second would be dancey, I suppose.
Yeah.
Performance-wise. And then my third one would probably just be either like, I don't know, party or crack, or just something stupid to just say. Fun. I don't take myself too serious. I'm a man in the wig at the end of the day, and it is what it is.
I had an interview with somebody earlier, and one of the 3 words they said was clown, and I just like, yeah,
clown. Yeah, that goes for all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
As they say.
So I'm sure you've heard of a big contest come back this summer, the Ringmasters Drag Race. What's your thoughts?
I have.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. I personally don't, which is ironic because I basically like have most of my experience in competitions like with the Apprentice, but I personally don't actually, not that I don't like participating in competitions.
Yeah, okay.
The main reason I done the Apprentice was because it was a few weeks. And like I was like, well, I need experience, and Devine kind of like mentioned it to me. I was like, oh, I think it might be a good idea, this, that, and the other. And I was like, well, I'm not going to say no, because I'll be like, oh, I'll sound like
a bitch.
Oh no, I don't need that. Yeah, exactly. Basically, I'm like, people think I'm a bitch because of my face. I don't need people think I'm a bitch because of what I say too. So I don't actually. That's why I made so sure to have fun during the Apprentice, because I really don't like doing competitions, because I get really nervous in them, and I get like uncertain, and then I'm such like a stressful person. Like I'm the kind of person that I'll arrive and realize that I forgot like bobby pins, and I'll have a fucking meltdown. I'm so forgetful and so like all over the place.
And what people seem to forget sometimes in drag as well, it is all about fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's why competitions, like, I like having fun. I like getting locked and just partying and with the audience, and I find that competitions always have kind of a professional-ish air about them, and not that I'm not unprofessional, or that I am unprofessional, but like I just like to have more fun, and for me personally, competitions for me aren't that fun. So, yeah. But I am really excited to see the queens that partake in the Ringmasters and stuff like Op Frox, DHD. I like to keep an eye on them, and I went to DHD this year, had a great time watching it. But for me personally, I shan't be in them.
Oh, okay.
But more power to whoever is.
Yeah, and
definitely.
So out of like you've been on the scene a while now, like out of all the drag queens you've came across, who sort of inspires you the most? Who do you just admire?
There's a lot. I'm really in a really cheesy way. I admire them all. They're all lovely. I haven't come across anyone who I think is a bitch yet. But I'd say one queen in particular who I think is just amazing is Bunny.
Yes.
Because she is just genuinely the most cultured, intelligent, like, I could literally sit and listen to her talk for hours. She's just an on stage, off stage, everything. She's just very delightful and very warm person. And I really enjoy her.
I think she's currently on holiday as we speak. She
is, as far as I know. She's away with her other half in New York, as far as I know. Like, living the life, you know.
Living the high life.
We're all stuck here.
And if I'm lucky enough, I might be getting a wee broadcast with Bunny.
Oh, really?
We were in talks about it, but we'll see how it goes. Lovely. We'll see how busy she is.
I'll definitely be listening. That's like my dream. I just love listening to her.
Yeah.
And then, like, performance-wise, of course, like, Regina George is, like, brilliant. Like, choreography, just...
Have you got my list beside you?
Huh?
Have you got my list beside you?
Yes, actually, it's been leaked to me.
Damn it.
And then, there's a lot, like, I admire specific queens for specific reasons. Like, Bunny is, not that I'm saying they're only good for one thing, but, like, Bunny is just so, like, cultured and, like, intelligent. Regina is an amazing dancer. I want Pixie Woo's face. I want Miss Aquarius'
Right, you're
face.
really freaking me out now.
Do I literally just have your list?
You really have my list of interviews.
Yeah. So
in that precise order.
On the next heap, Tanya.
Yeah, you can just come up and take over.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's actually, I'm actually coming for your gig. This
shit.
Is all actually. Yeah.
I knew some bitch was going to do it. So, what has been your most memorable stage performance or moment in drag to date?
There's two, and for two very different reasons. My most memorable, enjoyable for good reasons is I done for the Devine Apprentice, of course. We had to do Irish Showstoppers, and I done a mix kind of Patricia the Stripper and Joe Dolan, which I thought was hilarious.
Love it.
Joe fucking Dolan, like at a drag show, come on. And then there was like a bit of the Magdalene Sisters, You're Not a Man of God, and I just really enjoyed it because I got three of my friends to be my dancers, and it was just like a fun, enjoyable thing to do, kind of.
Awesome.
A bit of fun for all of us.
Yeah.
And then my second one, for all the terrible reasons, was I done a hens party in Raheny the week after the Devine Apprentice finale, and we were halfway through it, and some woman just burst into tears and like ran out of the room and locked herself in a bedroom upstairs, and I was like, I don't understand what's happening. And one of the women came up and was like, oh my god, yeah, like I didn't want to say, but like her husband is actually like a closeted cross-dresser, and like it just all got a bit much, like it got a bit too real. And I was like, why would you bring why would you bring this woman to a drag show? Why did you bring a drag show to this woman? And I was like, what the fuck? So that was quite priceless as well. That was something. That was an experience.
I'm sure it was. Yeah. My God. So don't do drugs, kids.
There you go. Don't be a drag, just be a queen.
This is it. Okay.
It is what it is.
I really enjoyed that, Roots. Thank you for taking the time out.
Thank you for asking me.
No bother.
Very honored.
And I hopefully will see you very soon.
Hopefully.
Here's
hoping.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.